a mother with dreams and visions, but through pain and tears of untold story. But God is in the midst of her.
Evening, my wonderful viewer. It's yet another wonderful moment that we are coming to your house with Wings and Beauty. Remember, Wings and Beauty is a program under JCA Ministry that comes to you every Saturday. And this Saturday, we are hosted by one gracious restaurant, Chuck Guest House. It is one of the best places. You want to hold your conferences, you want a room, it's a Christian-founded place, and I'll just let you know, feel free to contact us. Now, with us in this studio, we have a great man. I'll call him a great man. Remember, Wings is not all about women. We have people that their moms have become their wings. We have people that their wives have become a wing. And with us this wonderful evening, I am joined by one great man whose mom has really played a very great role for him to become what he has become. You know what? I normally tell people, you don't have to undermine your parents. They may be very old, wearing not so fashionable, but what they carry will give you wings to go far. And so with us in studio, I have this great gentleman. Let him introduce to us, tell us who he is, how he grew up, where he went to school. Then we continue from there. Karibu sana. God bless you for coming.
Okay. Thank you very much. So my name is Benard Maingi. I'm born again.
Okay.
I'm an author.
Yes.
A motivational speaker.
Okay.
And a social scientist researcher.
Wow.
Yes.
When you're talking about Maingi, we are talking about Eastern.
Yes.
Uko.
Yes, I come from Makueni. To be precise, I come from
You know,
Bonne
people
West.
say Makueni is very jua kali.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Which is
you
not
came
the
out
case.
of it. Yeah. Please advertise your place well.
Our
Yeah.
place, you'll get fruit processing plant.
Wow.
You'll get, you know, we have even a milk cooling plant.
Milk.
Yes.
Ukambani.
Yes.
Cows.
Yes.
We thank God.
Amen.
Okay.
So I'm married to one wife
Okay.
who is a female,
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
blessed with twin boys
Wow.
and 2 girls.
A father of 4.
Yes.
Amen.
Yeah, and I don't know where to start my stories. I don't know where I can really begin, but I grew up in Oshago,
Okay.
in simple terms.
We are talking about Makueni now.
Yes, in Makueni.
Yes.
I'm born in a family of 8, and I'm the last born.
One mother.
Yes,
8.
yes,
Okay.
and I'm the last born.
Uh-huh.
So I lost my dad when I was in standard 5.
Okay.
And
Your parents were old.
they were not that very old, but by then when I was, my dad passed away, he had already retired.
Okay.
He was a prisons officer.
Okay.
Yeah, so by the time he passed away, he had already retired, and so they were just peasant farmers at home.
Okay.
So I was, like I've mentioned, I was in standard 5 by then.
Yes.
And by then we had only one of my brother was working. All the others were in school.
Wow.
Yes.
Like 7.
Yes.
Was your father sick?
Yes, my father was sick. I didn't know much about the sickness,
Okay.
but I was told that he passed in Machakos District Hospital.
Yes. The
And
one that
so-
we call level 5 now.
Yeah, level 5.
Yes.
So I didn't know much about the sickness, but I understand just because, you know, mambo tu ya watoto.
Yes.
That time I didn't know much about what was happening.
Okay.
Yes, so
Were you very close with your dad?
I would say yes, I was close, but not so much. We would just do the usual business of dad and son, you know,
The relationship.
the relationship.
Yes.
And so I would say I was more close to the mom.
Because I'm asking that question, putting in mind that you're the last born
Yes.
in a family of 8, either your mommy's boy
Yes.
or your daddy's boy. So definitely you end up becoming mommy's boy.
Exactly. So by then, when that time, like I've mentioned, most of us were in school.
Yes.
So my real issue started when I finished my class 8, and then I was joining Form 1.
Now, before we go to the real issues,
Yes.
this is a man who has been brought up in such a family. Daddy has died, and I believe if we're talking about rural setup, most of the mummies are not working, not like today that mummies are working. Now your dad is retired, your dad has passed on. How will life go on? Putting in mind nyinyi wote mko shule, how did you pursue your education, as in from that time to going to class 8? How was life in general?
I would say that it was quite difficult
Yes.
when my dad passed away.
Yes.
Because we used to brew, you know, karubo.
What?
Yes, that is what we used to do, so that we could be able to, you know, just make a living out of it. Because my mom was just a peasant farmer. And by then, I remember when my brothers and sisters were in high school, because they were just in a local school, which
Yes.
was a day school. I remember that we used to have arambis.
You
Several
do like
of them,
fun drives
yes,
at home?
Yeah, several of them were done, of course, in the local market.
Yes.
And they didn't realize much out of the fundraising.
Yes.
So it was just a struggle for my brothers and sisters to go to school. But because I was in the primary school, there was not much struggle because there was no school
Utaamka tu,
fees.
utembee mguu tupu na kinyasa iko na maviraka, uko sawa?
Exactly.
Yes.
And even that time we used to have maziwa ya Nyayo.
Wow. Yeah, we thank God. We come from that era. My viewer, please, we come from that era. Kama huku kunywa maziwa, I know you don't understand where we are coming from. Tulikuwa tunabeba ugali, alafu tunajua tutapewa maziwa. Sasa tunabeba ugali kama ina kitu, tunakunywa hiyo maziwa.
Exactly.
Na tulikuwa tunatafuta yenye iko na tusichana, na boys wanatafuta watu vijana. Na ikikosa na umebeba ugali. My God. I see you now. Na tulikuwa tunabeba, tunaficha, tunaenda nayo home. Na tulikuwa tubebe home. Ulikuwa unabeba?
Yes, me I used to be, I was a monitor in primary school.
Wow.
So we used to distribute the milk.
Yes, sisi ndio tulikuwa tunapeana. I see kuna mahali tunafikana.
So tulikuwa tunabeba, tunapeleka nyumbani, hata tunapea watu wanatengeneza chai.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
kulikuwa na maziwa ya Nyao, so hakukuwa na ile njaa mingi.
Hakukuwa na njaa mingi, but of course there's at some point, because we didn't have somebody who could support us in terms of food stuff and that kind of thing.
Yes.
Several times I know I slept hungry.
Now,
yeah.
Maingi, that's where I wanted we start our story. What does it mean to sleep hungry? Because we are talking about this show is coming during the midst of COVID-19. And there are some people who have lost their jobs. There are people who are tamaking. What does it, okay, mama yako alikuwa anakuambia aje ndio ukue convinced unalala njaa? How was that statement coming? Ama ulikuwa unachoka tu kwa kiti unalala? How was it?
I think for us, or rather for me, because it's just a rural setting, we could go and just play and come back and around 7, and if there's no food, so we just sing songs and go sleep. It was not much of, if there's no food, there's no food. Anyway, na tutaambiwa hakuna chakula.
Your mom could tell you that confidently?
Yeah, there's no food. And I remember that time we used to have the government distribution, food stuff to the...
The yellow maize?
Yes.
Yes.
And each family, they would get like half kg. And it was not even enough.
Na mko nane?
We were 8, but one of my brother was, that time he was in college, in the training school for the prisons.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Or he took over kind of the job of your dad.
Yeah.
Now you're here, you have slept hungry, your dad has died, you want to continue with the school up to class 8. Because primary hakuna story mingi, hata pencil unaweza iba ama mkatane nusu. Unajua tulikuwa tunakatana nusu.
Sure.
Na kitabu, kuna kitabu kingine tulikuwa tunakata nusu. I believe
kama
you're
ile
from
ya
my era.
hospitali.
Kama ile ya kwenda hospital. You did that? You did that?
Yes.
Oh my God, my God.
Yeah,
yes.
So I finished my standard 8 and I didn't do well, so I repeated again. So, and I really wanted to join a big school because one of my dreams was to join Starehe, that kind of. But even for the time I was repeating,
yes.
Even the marks could not allow me to to go to a big school like that one.
Okay.
So I just joined the local school. But now that is another story, the joining the school. Yes,
please take us there because that's the reason why we are here.
I remember that time I was taken by my mom.
Yes.
We didn't have anything, as in the way we walked. We just walked to the school. And I remember I was wearing a very big short for my brother, the one he had used because they had finished Form 4 the previous year or something like that.
Yes.
So anyway, that is what I got wore, and it was not a good sight. I would say that because it makes you feel out of place.
Yes.
So I walked with my mom to the school, and he talked to the principal, and they allowed me.
Now you got the admission letter, but you have walked like just a civilian to the school.
Yeah.
And then you admitted.
Yes.
Mr. Maingi, when admissions are normally done, you have to carry a box, you have to carry a blanket, some soaps. Let's talk about the essential amenities. What did you have?
Okay, for me, I was a day scholar.
Oh, okay.
Because it was just a local school.
Okay.
There was no much of stuff that I needed to buy. I just walked like a boy who is going to, to fetch water.
Okay.
There was nothing I was carrying, no books, nothing. So I was walking with my mom, and we just walked from home. We, went to the principal, and, I think the guys were wondering, where are these people? I think it's like anakuja kutafutia kijana yake kazi ya groundsman.
Wow.
In the school. So the principal, the good thing, the principal accepted us, or rather me, and I was admitted, and I joined Form 1. I was given a desk, and I was happy.
With no books?
Yeah.
Who is going to give you books?
The good thing is that the school gave me the books, the stationery.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but I was really feeling very bad because when I joined Form 1, I really looked very unique. Unajua ule kuparara mopararo?
Yes, kama ulikuwa umetoka dufu mpararo. Yes.
That is how I looked. And
yes.
I can't even remember the shoes I was wearing.
I wanted to ask you, did you have shoes? Because mostly, I am married in Ukambani. So mostly Ukambani viatu zenye zinakuanga ni mafrota, maiboebo. So I am looking at you and I'm seeing you entering school. Definitely, maybe uko kwa maiboebo ama what are you wearing?
I think I was wearing my brother's shoes, which were bigger than my they were big. They usually look funny.
Yes.
When you wear those things, you are in a big kenyasa,
yes.
You are in a big shoes. So you can imagine that sight, the way it looks. The sweater imeraruka huku. So anyway,
zile za uzi. Okay.
So anyway, when I entered the school and we started. So now the problem is school fees,
Yes.
because I remember when I was in Form 1, in a term, because it ran up to Form 4, I would only go for 1 month in school.
A whole year?
Yeah, a whole term.
A whole term?
Yeah, if you combine the days.
A term has 3 months. You would only go once. Then tunangoja second term. Another 1 term.
Exactly.
And another 1 month. So in a year, ulisoma miezi 3.
3 months. So like 1 week, I would go 2 days. The other week, I would not even go. So what I used to do, when I'm at home, I would wait for people coming from school. I ask them for their books that they have, taken notes.
Yes.
I go and, copy the notes overnight. Then I wait for them as they go back to school in the morning. And, I give them the books. So that was the routine. Because I remember at one point when I was in school, the lunch was based
on the payments.
On the payment of school.
Kuna kadi fulani ilikuwa ina
meal card.
Yes, meal card. Ilikuwa, I see we are relating. Hiyo meal card ulikuwa unasainiwa kama umelipa school fees. So what did you used to do?
Okay, what we used to do, we were very crafty. It used to have a stamp.
Yes.
For the school.
Yes.
We'd look for textbooks, zenye zimestambiwa, the one for school, and tear that part.
What? And then pin it on the card.
And pin it. Actually,
glue.
That.
Wisdom is power. Hey, if you don't have wisdom, you will die in this country now.
Yeah, so that is what we used to do.
Yes.
So I remember one time, now what happened also, the deputy just he used to come from just our near place.
Yes.
So we used to, used to be our family friend.
Okay.
So, and we were very close. When I was Form 2, Form 3.
Yes.
So you tell me now, the deputy has gone to the principal has gone to the Machakos.
Yes.
So, and the students have been sent for school fees.
Yes.
Mimi sitakutuma nyumbani, we ni best yangu. Lakini principal akirudi, enda. Ndio tunaonekana kama there is something
that is cooking.
Yes.
Now, my dear, you umepewa hiyo favor, which is very short lived because anaweza kuja hata jioni. Now, how are you feeling in class? Putting in mind watu wote wamezoea kufukuzwa. Are you getting? So, how are you relating with others? How was your ego during this time?
The good thing, I was never affected so much.
My
God.
God.
After I joined Form 1 and then I remember when I was in Form 2, my sister bought me uniform, full uniform, and I was very happy.
Wow.
And it really, boosted my, my self-esteem.
Yes.
That kind of thing. So after some time when I was in Form 2, I was doing very well in class. Actually, what we used to do is that at the end of the term, they could allow me to sit for the exams.
Even without paying school fees?
Yeah, even
wow, that was nice.
Paying the school fees.
Yes.
And then I would be one of the top 3 students.
Wow.
Despite that, I've been out of school for so long.
Did they not come up with a mechanism whereby maybe we can sponsor this boy? Ama hakuna mtu kwa village alikuwa anaona, putting in mind your father was maybe mtu anafanya job, kwa hivyo alikuwa na mabeste. Hata ma-uncles, hata ma-aunties, hakuna mwenye alikuwa anafikiria mtoto wa ndugu yetu ana survive aje.
I think, when you go back there in the family, sometimes the families, they don't have very, good ties.
Yes.
And actually, one of my cousin was a manager at Coffee Board. When what? Coffee Board was Coffee Board.
Yes, yes.
And I remember the only thing that he did for me was to buy for me a geometrical set.
A whole manager?
Yes. So, and I said, I think it's better than nothing. Wow. So what my mom did, there's a piece of land that is sold to the deputy principal,
okay,
so that he could repay the part of the school fees, because even the space that was sold was, it wasn't enough. So I kept on, struggling, because I even remember when I was in Form 4, we used to do mock.
Yes.
The mock was being done when I was not in school.
My God.
The first day. So when the first day was over and they realized I was not in school, they came home for me, the deputy and my FASI teacher.
Yes.
So they came and called me, and I went and did my, my mocks.
Yes.
Yes. So, yeah, and it was the life of the high school was very difficult for me.
Yes.
In terms of even, to the point that, the principal could not allow me to take meals. And my queue, at the end of the day, you still pay the school fees.
Yes.
Yeah, so...
Na utalipa mpaka na zile za chakula. Yes.
Exactly. So, but God is good, He saw me through in high school and,
You finished well.
Yes, I was a top student in the school.
What was your grade?
I had B, plain.
Wow. Okay, Mr. Mengi, you are a genius. Say amen.
Amen.
Now, you're going to school every year 3 months,
Yeah.
And you became the top. Kama ungeruhusiwa kusoma, si ungepata A+.
Probably.
Because now, this is you getting a B. And mind you, is a primary, is a day secondary. Kwa hivyo kama ungekuwa na zile yenye comfort ile ya boarding, hauna masumbufu, hauna nini. Now, time has come. Your B has come.
Yeah.
Now you have suffered.
Yes.
What are you going to do with your B?
Okay, for me, I was happy. I wanted to join university.
Yes.
I had qualified for university.
You never saw failure, Mr. Maingi. You never saw hapa wacha ifikie hapa. Hata Wamasai walisema venye walisema wacha ifike hapa.
Actually, I was very determined when I was in high school.
Yes.
Actually, because I had a problem actually with maths. Maths hesabu ni ngumu. So, because my deputy, the way he used to do me favors.
Yes.
Hata alikuwa ananiwekea mafuta ya kwenda kusoma. Mafuta taa.
Ya koroboi.
Koroboi. No, tulikuwa nata.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I didn't want to disappoint him. So I would wake up at 3.
Wow.
Just to do, to practice maths and, and by the time I was reaching, from 3, from 4, I was very good in maths.
Wow.
Yet I had no, I didn't have any background or rather,
as in ya kukaa na mwalimu fulani
exactly.
Yes.
Yes. So nilikuwa tu nachukua kama ni chapter yenye wamefunzwa, I come tu najisomea. So that kind of thing. So that is what I used to do. Then nikakuja nikafanya mtihani nikapita nini. So I didn't know what next now, by the way. Nilipita and I didn't know what next.
You're in the village.
Niko village. Yes.
You don't have any hope. Your brothers have not gotten wonderful jobs that they can support you.
Yeah.
Which way, Mr. Maingi?
So what happened, I got a letter for Egerton.
Egerton University?
Yes.
That one that is in Laikipia?
No, the one in Joro,
okay.
The main campus.
Okay, okay.
So, and one thing, nilikuwa nimesikia watu wakisema public universities, with the strikes, it would take you more than 10 years for you to be able to go through.
Yes.
So I didn't want to, to join Egerton.
Yes.
Unajua sa, nilikuwa nimekuja Nairobi, saa hizo ninakaa na brother yangu after, after 1 year being home.
Yes.
So nimekaa na brother yangu hapa industrial prisons. So nilikuwa nimeanza kuchanuka.
Yes.
So nikasema nataka kwenda Catholic University.
Yes.
Of East Africa.
Catholic is private, Mr.
It's a
Maingi.
private, eh? So I was very ambitious anyway. So I went to Catholic.
My God.
I paid admission fee for 2,000. I got letter for admission.
You took yourself?
I took myself. That time I was working as a waiter somewhere in town.
Did you know where the school fees is going to come from? You
No,
just
I
paid
didn't
admission.
know. I just went and I knew somewhere in between I'll get school fees. So I went.
Wow.
I paid 2,000. I got admission letter. And, I went now to talk to, I booked for appointment.
Yes.
With the late Reverend Dingi Wanawanzeki.
You booked appointment for you. That's how ambitious you are.
Yes, I went and talked to the secretary.
Powerful people was not a limit to you.
Yes. So what happened is that niliona sitapata hii appointment kabisa. So what I did, because the usual Catholics, I used to be a staunch Catholic.
Okay.
So there's the morning mass that we
Yes.
used to go in Holy Family Basilica.
Yes.
So what I used, nikasema, nitatai Dingi akiingia kwa ofisi, tutaingia tukifuatana. Akitoka mass.
Yes.
Tutaingia tukifuatana.
Yes.
Najua secretary atakuwa hapo, but namwambia nataka kuona mkubwa.
Okay.
And so I went, the way, secretary takes you round and round and round.
Yes.
Who has sent you? Where do you come from? Do you have an appointment? I went and told the secretary, I want to see this guy. When I tried to evade the questions whether I have an appointment or I don't have an appointment, where am I coming from?
Yes.
And he allowed me. Actually, I talked to the secretary when the dingo was standing there and said, allow the boy to come in.
Wow.
So I went in. I explained my problem. It was just school fees, nothing else.
Yes.
So he told me, now, what you do, I was carrying the admission letter.
Yes.
From Catholic.
Yes.
Now he tells me, go and tell your brothers to pay the first term, I'll pay the 7.
What?
Yes.
And they're supposed to be 8 terms.
8 semesters.
They're supposed to be 8 semesters.
Yes.
Wamesema walipe tu moja, na yeye atakulipia hizi zingine 7.
Yes.
Yes.
So
that's a good deal.
I was so excited when I left.
I am also happy.
Yes, so, and now I went to my brother. I was staying with my brother who is an askari.
Yes.
At industrial prisons.
Yes.
Actually, there are 2.
Yes.
Who were there at that very time.
Yes.
He told me, I don't have money. And I asked myself.
How much was the semester?
I think it was 25,000, thereabout, 25 to 30.
Okay.
I can't remember the exact figures.
Yes.
But it didn't go beyond, 30,000.
Yes.
So that is where, they could not raise that money. Wow. And I really felt bad. Because now, Egerton walikuwa wamenitumia barua.
Yes.
Niende.
Yes.
Na si kushughulika. Unajua the way you defer.
Yes.
The studies.
Yes.
So that was a year gone.
Yes.
So Catholic is an opportunity that has presented itself,
Yes.
and I'm seeing it, going.
Yes.
So
And now that you have such a good offer,
yes,
definitely.
yes,
Yes.
they only need to raise, because that time 4 of my siblings were working. I wouldn't say it was a lot of, they were earning a lot,
Yes.
but if they
but
could have,
combined effort
yes, could have made me,
assisted.
exactly.
Yes.
So they didn't make it to help me out, and I was really disappointed. And that time I had met some friends within the prisons,
Yes.
because we used to go. I was still a Catholic by
Yes,
then,
yes.
so I really felt I started getting suicidal feelings
My God.
that time.
Yes.
So I decided, I think I've had enough of this stuff.
Yes.
Because even my coming in Nairobi, these guys, they never assisted me much.
Yes.
Because hata job ya kwanza ni mimi nilijitafutia.
Kwa hivyo unaona ni kama hawakupendi.
Exactly.
Yes.
Ninaona ni kama, they are not even concerned about me, that kind of thing. And
Yes.
so I decided, I think the best thing, I don't need to live anymore.
My God.
Because now, these guys, wamepewa such a good offer, ninalipiwa school fees ya, 7 semesters, yet they cannot afford to pay for me one. Na unajua sasa nyumbani, naye mama ana cha kufanya. Tuliuza shamba, ile part yenye wangeza usha ya secondary.
Yes.
So there's nothing much you could do. Na unajua sasa pia ushagu, hata hizo shamba sio expensive. Shamba tu 5,000,
Yeah.
10,000. So there's nothing much my mom could do.
Yes.
So I took a knife and carried it. Was usiku.
Wow.
So I took a knife and I said, because huyu best yangu, kuna best yangu tulikuwa marafiki sana. Nikasema naenda kumwona na nimwelezee what I want to do.
Okay.
Because I was feeling so much indebted, to him. So we went and sat down and, nikamwelezea kila kitu. Nikamwambia me, I'm just going.
Oh my
It was around saa moja hivi saa mbili.
Yes.
So
Ya
he had,
usiku sasa.
so he had to, to take the knife from me. That is first. And then now, because I had walked out of the prison where we were staying.
Yes.
So, and that is how I didn't take my life.
My God.
Yes.
My God. Didn't you think of going back to the university? I mean, to Dingy. May he rest his soul in peace. Did you think of going back and just talking to him like your brothers wameshindwa kulipa?
I think I didn't have the grace. The thought never crossed me.
Yes.
So I just saw like everything, it's gone to dogs. And,
Yes,
and
yes.
so I decided, I think this is enough. I've
Where are
had
you
enough.
going to pick up?
I was wondering now, where do I even start? Because for the letter of offer at Egerton University,
Yes.
you have got to get back to them so that you can defer your studies.
Yes.
And if you do not respond, they give the opportunity to other
people.
students.
Yes.
So you see, now I've lost Catholic, I've lost Egerton,
Yes.
and now I didn't know what to do.
My God.
And now one of my brothers told me, I go to Strathmore to do accounts. And I was not interested in even in accounts.
Yes.
Completely.
Yes.
So I went and I said, I'm just going to go anyway.
Now, your brother is talking about you go to Strathmore to do accounts.
Yes.
Was he going to pay? Kama wameshindwa kulipa ile ya Catholic University anakwambia uende Strathmore ukalipe na nini?
I even didn't understand, why they didn't assist me from, to going to Catholic University.
Yes.
And yet he wants me to go
to Strathmore.
Because he was telling me, accounts is very marketable. Once you just do, there are sections and parts, sometimes they are confusing.
Yes.
You do section 1,
Yes.
you'll be able to get a job. And because I was not interested, I went and did the section 1 and I failed.
Alafu
nikasema, sirudi hiyo college tena. Because one, I was not sikuwa na moral.
it's like your destiny was getting diverted.
Exactly.
All this time around, Mr. Mange, you're in Nairobi. How is your mom taking all these?
By the way,
Were you telling her?
Do you know my mom? I had not told my mom all these issues, what I was going through, and the issues of education, because I knew I didn't want to bother her so much, because she had struggled so much
Yes.
during the high school.
Yes.
and even kuchota maji analetea shule.
Anachota na mgongo.
Anachota na nini na ng'ombe.
Na punda, yes.
Analetea shule. Mara kuleta mahindi yenye imekauka, that kind of, I felt she had struggled so much.
Yes.
And I didn't want to burden her anymore because I knew she could not do, much.
Yes.
At this level. So, since now I have failed in Strathmore, I've not gone to Catholic University, I've not gone to Egerton. So I decided I'm going to Joro. I'm going to see the registrar and explain to him why I did not come.
Okay.
That is past 2 years.
Wow.
And I was carrying the letter. So I went to the secretary and told him I want to see the registrar. He asked me what is the problem. Nikamwelezea I had been admitted and I didn't respond.
Yes.
So akaniambia fine, you can actually it's just he's in the office, so you can just go in. So I went and talked to the registrar, and he told me you have to have a very valid reason
why you never reported.
Exactly.
Yes.
And me I lied. I said nilikuwa mgonjwa. So akaniambia enda ukalete barua ya ugonjwa.
Wow. Now this time, Mr. Mainge, you are pursuing this higher education. Yes. You don't have any saving. You are just trusting God. Nikiingisha kichwa hivi.
Yes.
God utajua venye utafanya.
Utanisort.
What?
So, hata kwenda hiyo Egerton na Joro, hakuna mtu anajua kama nimeenda. I just get to the
matatu asubuhi ukienda.
Yes. Because sasa, unajua hii maisha imejua kunipanga.
Yes.
So, nikakuja nikauliza, kuna mtu anafanyanga Kenyatta wa kutoka huku kwetu. Nikasikia kuna jamaa anafanya accounts Kenyatta National Hospital.
Yes.
Nikasema huyo naenda kumuona, nataka barua ya daktari. Nikaenda nikamwambia nataka barua ya daktari, useme nilikuwa na shida ya tumbo ndio nipeleke Egerton.
What?
So nikaenda nikamuona. Wenye nilimuona akaniambia sijui nitoe 2000. Nikatafuta sijui hata nilitoa wapi, nikampatia. Nikaandikiwa barua nikapeleka Egerton.
Wow.
Nikakuja na letter of admission.
Jesus.
Okay.
Mr. Maingi, you have contested for your place.
Yes.
You don't have any money. Your mom back home, she doesn't have what it takes.
Absolutely.
Now, because you have gotten the admission letter, what are you going to do?
I didn't know what to do because they required, I think, 12,000 for admission. Public universities are a bit cheaper.
Yes, yes.
So I think in a 1 year, you could only pay 25,000.
Okay.
So I didn't know what to do.
Yes.
Completely.
Yes.
And it was just like, 3 months to the joining period.
Yes.
So these are my daughter's cousin, who they used to have an office in Lloyd House.
Okay.
So, and I used to visit them for some reason or the other. So one time when I was coming from the lift,
yes,
I met the current governor for Kitui. That time she was an MP.
Madam Gilu.
Yeah, Madam Gilu. On
God
the lift.
is connecting you with Mighty.
Kwa lift, akitoka.
Alikuwa peke yake, bodyguard.
Hakuwa na bodyguard.
Hey,
akitoka kwa lift na mimi naingia.
Wow.
Nikaachana na lift. So nikamwambia, Madam,
okay, how did you, that audacity?
Yes.
How did you huyu ni mtu anaingia kwa lift, huyu ni mwingine anatoka. Ulimsimamisha aje? Did it not cause alarm?
No. Nilimwambia, excuse me, madam. Mimi naitwa so and so. I come from this place, of course, Boni, and niko na shida.
She had all that time to listen.
I took less than 3 minutes to explain myself. I just went to the point. I said my name, where I come from, and what is my problem.
Wow.
So I told her, my name is Benard Maingi. I come from Boni. Nimemaliza form 4 this year. Niko na admission letter na sina pesa ya kwenda university. Utanisaidia aje?
Wow.
So she told me, come to South Sea. That is where my offices are. She gave me an appointment.
Okay.
So and I said, thank God.
Did you proceed with the lift ama uliachia safari hapo ukaanza kwenda Saudi B?
Mimi alisema nikuje the following day.
Oh,
so South Sea.
Na lift.
So nikasema ni sawa tu nitaenda. So nikaenda nikapata secretary hakuwa amefika. So akaniambia ni nini nataka nini. Nikamwambia nilikuwa nimemeet madam huko town, you know,
Yes.
na ameniambia nikuje kumuona. Akaniambia unaweza ingia. Nikamuona. So akaambiwa niandikie barua nipeleke Higher Education Loans Board.
Yes.
HELB.
Yes.
So mimi nikaandikiwa barua. Nikapeleka Higher Education Loans Board. I
Yes.
was given full loan and bursary for 4 years.
What?
Yes.
Is
That
this
time tulikuwa tunaita chacha.
is this faith or what?
I don't know if it was
Mr.
faith or not
Maingi.
because I was not even saved.
I'm seeing you. So that was ultimate favor.
Yeah, it's
Now,
God's
because
will.
I'm looking at a book here, you've written books. You said you are an author. You've written Living Beyond Your Limitations. Could it be that this is when it was born? As in, you lived beyond your limitation. You didn't care who do I know, who don't I know, me I have to continue.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's how you know, even before the book was born, you know,
Yes.
now I'm in university
Yes.
and, you know, sometimes the loan comes, you know, a bit later.
Yes.
You know, so many people assisted me. People invested in me, you know, even others I didn't know, that kind of thing. So, and I realized, you know, one of the most, other than prayer, you know, they say prayer is the most powerful weapon to change
Yes.
the world.
Yes.
Education comes second.
Yes.
It is better to deal with an, you know, educated and broke person than to deal with
a prayerful but an illiterate person.
Yes.
Yes.
So I went through the education system. The university was okay. I didn't have much problems. Ni fair tu nilikuwa nakosa sometimes ya kwenda university kama chacha haijaingia ama HELB loan. Wow. And even at one point by the way nilikosa fare ya kwenda university na my brother angeweza kunipatia.
Okay, were they refusing or they didn't have?
Walikuwa unajua anakuambia anakuambia tu
God.
ana. So now what do you do? Nilikuwa kulikuwa best yangu mwingine huko naenda tu naomba wa best ya my brother na wananipatia fare na mimi naenda shule.
My God.
So I just go to, you know, the university was not, I didn't have much problems.
Yes.
So after I finished, I went to, actually, let me say when I was in first year, you know, I was feeling very educated.
Yes.
There's my cousin who is an engineer. So I went and tell him, I told him, you know, you need to get me a job. You know, ile tu, nimemaliza first term, first term.
Yes.
Akaniambia, where are you staying? Industrial prisons. So what you do, look for a children's home. Go and volunteer. I was very disappointed.
What?
Yeah, I was very
You
disappointed.
are looking for a job.
Yes.
Naye anakutuma children's home.
Yes.
Yes.
Kumbe God had a purpose.
Okay.
So, I was staying in that area prisons.
Yes.
So I went to Thomas Bernardo's children's home in Wilson.
Yes.
That time it was being, you know, the coordinator was called Reverend Packard.
Yes.
So I just said, I want to do a volunteer, and they didn't have much, you know, complications about it.
Yes.
So they told me, you can come in.
Yes.
There was not even no letter, you know, coming, you know, write application letter. And I was very happy. So I went there, and my first job, I was working in the kitchen. I was given to you know, to wash inaitwaje ile ya kuweka
Ili kidramu kia chakula.
Wow. Hiyo ndio nilia, and I was very happy. With all my heart and soul, I put into that work. And I used to work in that children's home, and nikakuwa na mabeste hapo kwa children's home. They were total, we were very close because I could fundisha wengine.
Yes.
And, you know, I developed a lot of interest with the children's home.
Yes, yes.
And I got my first job, my second job, because earlier I was working as a waiter.
Yes.
So I got my second job through the children's home. Wow. I met a lady who used to work she used to be a child in the children's home.
Okay.
She had come to shoot a documentary. And so we just, you know, became friends, and she gave me a job.
Wow.
As a messenger, because our husband used to have a courier company.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So now you have gone to university, and now you have started doing, you know, you have come to your people hoping that kwa sababu uko uni wanaweza kutafutia internship hapa na pale, which you never got. Now you started this job.
Yes.
Of how did you grow up? As in now uko university, how did you grow up to get the passion for this thing? Because ujalelewa na hiyo mali, ujai visit children's home, sijasikia ukisema you have ever visited children's home. So how did you get this passion?
Oh, okay. I get a lot of when I was working in the children, I got so attached to the kids.
Yes.
And I developed a lot of interest with the kids.
Yes.
And just get to understand. You know, now having gone through all those issues during high school and to where I was.
Yes.
And I felt there are so many people who have invested in me.
Yes.
And I cannot repay them in person.
Yes.
So what is it that I can do? I can be able, you know, to repay back what they've done for me.
Yes.
So I thought the best thing would be to support others, kids who could have issues or other challenges
Like the ones that you went
that
through.
I went through.
Yes.
And so what I used to do, you know, that time I got born again when I finished.
I wanted to ask that.
Yes, when I finished.
When did you get born again?
Actually, my transition from Catholic to being born again,
Yeah.
it was so smooth. You know, even it was unnoticeable because I'm the only person who is non-Catholic in our family.
Okay.
So I got so much interested in, you know, in supporting the kids who are coming from, you know, less fortunate families.
Yes.
And now I thought, if I share my story in a more formalized way,
Yes.
in a book,
Yes.
I think it would motivate somebody.
Yes.
Because the worst thing that you can do in this world, despite the challenges that you are going through, is
Yes.
just to give up.
Yes.
And since God has the final say in your life,
Yes.
and you have not given up, there's still a lot that you can be able to achieve. So that is now how I developed the interest of writing the book. And now I dedicated the book to supporting the kids.
Okay.
Yeah, supporting the kids, which I pay school fees for them.
Before we go there,
yes.
you have finished your university, the 4 years, and then now you have done Matheras. You have pursued and you're through. Will you continue with study, or now you're going to start looking for a job before we come to some of the services that you do?
Actually, what I did, because the money that we were being given by higher education alone was a lot.
Yes.
And mi sikuwa nikiwa kole, sikuwa ni kusoma na nini na kukua just
Yani
an
haukuwa na
obedient.
hizo raha za
Hizo raha za
university.
university.
Yes.
So what I did, I saved money. By the time I was finishing, I had saved almost like 50,000.
Yes.
And I wanted to join to do masters. So I used that 50,000 to register for masters, and I did my masters
No,
during that period.
Maingi,
Yes.
Maingi. I mean, I don't know who you are talking to. You have 50,000.
Yes,
How much was masters going to cost you?
250,000.
Jeez, we need your faith.
Yes.
We need that faith. You took the 50,000. Mi naonanga watu wakisave university wananunua ma high tech, ma radio, ma nini. You never had that time.
No.
You took the 50,000.
Yes.
You registered for master.
Yes, I did.
Now you had
register.
not gotten a job.
No. So I
So
registered.
utasoma aje Maingi?
So what happened is that I had also developed very close relationship with lecturers.
Yes.
So when I registered for the masters with the 50,000, you see, now once you register,
Yes.
you usually go just for 2 terms,
Yes.
classwork, then the other one is project.
Okay.
So once you register, hata wakwangi na mambo mingi ya kushinda wakikufuatilia.
Okay.
The only mahali watakushika is
Ni
when
wakati
you
wa
are doing your
project.
defense.
Okay. Yes.
Your project.
Yes.
So mi si nimesoma almost like 2 years. Sijaulizwa mambo ya school fees. So when I was, you know, going to defend my proposal,
Yes.
actually, it's not even at proposal level.
Yes.
At thesis level, the finality
Yes.
is when now they ask you, where is your final, receipt for school fees?
Yes.
And so by the time now I was coming to finish, I had already gotten money to pay the school fees for because I used to do work for the lecturers. They could give me some work. I assist them in terms of when the students are in
The assessments.
The assessment,
Yes.
I could assist them.
Yes.
Would make some vibaroas within the campus, and I got enough money, and I finished.
My God.
Yeah.
Your God is our God.
Amen.
Your God is our God. Yani, you never settled for less.
Exactly.
Right now, from becoming a boy who entered school with big kinyaza, big t-shirt, let me try
And
to
big
assume.
shoes.
you had ulikuwa na makurubu. Now I am trying to imagine this is the boy who entered school, and without looking at the conditions and the surrounding, you have pursued. Now you are a master holder.
Yeah.
Wow. How will you marry?
In terms of what?
Yeah, because you have told us you have 4 children.
Now, I married. Okay, I met my wife in college. Let me say that.
Yes.
I met my wife in college, and nile tu yani ubeshte.
Did she know the struggles that you had gone through?
No, I didn't.
I wanted
even
to go
explain.
there.
Yeah. I didn't explain.
Because you have met it. You know, when we meet in college, everybody is up and up. You know, you believe you come from wonderful family background and all. Na kama umeingia university, definitely watu wako na kale ka notion, you come from a good family. Did you at any one time share your background with your wife?
No.
So mumepatana mabeste?
Tulipatana mabeste college. I only shared with her when now I was serious about now getting married. That is when I shared.
You have to hide your Moses. You really hid your Moses.
I did.
You know how to stay with vision.
Amen.
You really hid this one.
Amen.
Because if this girl from the university knew the struggling Maingi, could be talking about something else now.
And by the way, you are very correct, because I didn't want to tell her I loved the girl so much, because I knew she will not accept me.
So now you kept it. You came to tell her when things were serious.
Yes, we are serious, and she told me, why did you not share with me? And I would have left you. I was very serious about this relationship. Anyway.
For how long have you been married?
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
How is your mom? That
My
wonderful wing.
My mom, I must say, my mom, it's half for me.
Half of you.
Yes.
Wow.
Why, what I mean by saying
How
that.
old is she?
My mom, she's 85.
85.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell us why you have said a half of you.
My mom, if you ask my mom if she needs anything, she knows I'm one person own. I will always provide if she asks me.
Wow.
And I'm taught by my brothers, if they go home, she's always asking about me, whether I was there yesterday or 1 hour after.
She'll still ask about you.
Yeah, she'll ask about me when I'm coming, when I'm bringing her, Christmas, and, yeah. And we have a very close relationship, because I saw how she struggled for me to, in the university, sometimes, pleading, in the high school.
Yes.
Pleading with the
principal,
principal,
yes.
to the point of even, shedding tears, because the principal is so adamant in allowing me to be in school.
Wow.
And I believe one of the best things that you can ever do is to support your parents.
Please, can you repeat that again?
One of the best things that you do, and the best gift that you can give to yourself, is to support your parent.
Wow.
With the little you have, with the much you have, it is very important. The blessings of the parents are really very critical in your one's life.
Yes.
Yes. So she's just about me. Me, my mom, if there's anything that really, my God comes first.
Yes.
And now second, because it is very important that I have, at this age, she has to have the best.
Yes.
I could do anything, even if it means walking barefooted for my mom.
Wow.
Yeah, that is what she means. Because that transition in high school, it was very important.
Yes.
It is what
because
made me.
It is what now made you pursue it with a lot of power. Because I normally see somebody who has not even gone to secondary, na amepata opportunity hata za kwenda higher education.
Yes.
You cannot go without the transition of the secondary.
Yeah, so we would say that was the most important period, high school. Because if I had lost it at high school, I would be where I am today.
Wow.
And because of what she invested in me, it's what I would love to give back to her.
At 85, your mom is healthy, she's strong, and she's thanking God.
I know she's having some issues of dementia, she has some issues of kidney, but she's strong.
She's strong.
Yeah.
We bless God for you, Mama. You've been a wing, you have supported your son, and that courage could not have come from anywhere else. That's a crazy courage. I mean, I just wish somebody who is watching there, don't just, don't put the books inside the shelf and say it's done. There is always an opening. What can you do? You are pushing yourself. And you know what? God wanted to meet the desires of your heart.
Amen.
Now, as we almost come to a conclusion, you are an author of 3 books, which
Yes.
I have 2 here, and one is just being done.
Yeah.
I will talk about these ones later, but I want us to talk about the one that is already in production. It is
It's called The Power of Forgiveness.
The Power of Forgiveness.
Yes.
If you hint us briefly,
Yes.
what made you write that book?
The reason why I wrote that book, you know, unforgiveness in our lives is like what we call obnoxious weeds.
Okay.
Kuna magugu zingine
Yes.
ukizipanda, they actually, if you know, zikimix na crops,
Yes.
it's like they feed on the crops.
They
That
choke
is
the
what
growth
they
of the-
choke
yes,
the
yes.
crops, and that is
Wow.
exactly what is happening in our lives.
Yes.
You know, as believers, you know, as born again Christians, I ask myself, why is it that I've been in church, born again Christian, for 10 years, and I have not made any progress? One thing I saw to myself, I cannot call the name of God and end up in shame.
Yes.
And why we never get blessed, actually one of the major blockage of blessings is unforgiveness.
Because by the way, Mr. Maingi, you had
Yes.
all the rights
Yes.
to carry your brothers in weight. You had all the right, because as in mi ndio mdogo wenu.
Yeah.
Why can't you, my dad supported you when life was there.
Exactly.
You had all the rights.
Yes.
Wow.
So this book was inspired by the fact, not even because of my brothers and sisters.
Yes.
It's something I've observed. We have a lot of unforgiveness in church.
Yes.
We have a lot of forgiveness in our workplaces.
Yes.
We have a lot of forgiveness in marriages between spouses.
Yes.
And because of carrying those things in the, you know, in our hearts,
Yes.
it is really killing us.
Wow.
You look like, for example, if you go to Marikiti and,
Yes.
and get to see those guys who carry the potato sack.
Yes. Yes.
If they miss a step, they will be crushed by the
potatoes that they are carrying. Yes.
sack.
Yes. Yes.
That is what unforgiveness does. It chokes our soul.
Wow.
It, you know, it's like a cancer. It's so malignant in our lives. And when you forgive life, when you know you forgive others, irrespective of what they have done to you, because if you are, you know, and you know, if you want to know truly you have forgiven somebody, you'll be able to remember what they did to you without getting
bitterness.
hurt, without bitterness.
Yes.
You know?
Can you repeat that again? Because I normally hear people say, mi nilimforgive. Now, by the way, si lazima tukaanishane na yeye na nilishamforgive.
That's not
Is
forgiveness.
that forgiveness?
No, it's not forgiveness. When you forgive somebody,
Yes.
when you remember what they did to you,
Yes.
you remember it without having bitterness in your heart.
Wow.
And it's like, you know, forgiveness is like a fresh, it springs of soul, it springs to the soul.
Yes.
You know the way, you know, an example of freshwater lakes.
Yes.
You know the way it has inlets and outlets.
Yes.
That is what forgiveness is. Salt lakes, they only receive.
They don't let go.
They don't let go.
Wow.
No.
So we are making our hearts salty water lakes
Yes, that is it. And
that
so,
don't have outlets.
yes. And
So
that
they
is
cannot incubate anything.
Exactly, and that's why
Wow.
you find that your blessings are being blocked because you carry grudges against your uncles, your aunties, even for other grudges for nothing, I mean for issues you know nothing about.
Just because
Uliambiwa
your
tu,
uncle and the father, your
Yes.
father walihatiana,
ama-
na unaingia katikati.
ama ukaambiwa mamako alikuwa mchawi, unaona that kind of thing.
Yes.
So we are carrying all so much in our hearts
Yes.
that God cannot get in. God cannot settle in our souls with unforgiveness. You cannot make even a simple step with unforgiveness in your heart.
Wow. Just briefly,
Yes.
when that thing came to you, have you had the 10 years that you have been married?
Yes.
It's a very, very personal question,
Yes.
which you feel comfortable to answer on. You have been married for 10 years.
Yes.
And this is a lady that you met in college, putting in mind that you came from a background that was really haunted by, let's say, poverty, because
Yes.
definitely that was poverty. Have you had issues that you have really to look at your wife and let go and let God?
Yes.
Yes.
Because one of the things that are really eating us in relationships, especially marriages,
Yes.
we never forgive our spouses. We carry them and keep on, you know, piling them, and at the end of it, and the reason why we are even having, you know, so much domestic violence. You see, like a volcano, you reach to a point whereby you have to reach a tipping point.
Yes.
It has to erupt.
Yes.
And kwa sababu nimekuwa nikifungia,
Yes.
the moment I erupt,
Penye itafunukua. Yes.
it will be bad.
Wow.
So you forgive, and marriage is a sacrifice. There's nothing like getting into marriage with expectations. It's a sacrifice as selfless. You give yourself.
You make expectations as you are there.
Ukiwa hapo ndani. Hakuna ku-expect. Do your part, because even, you know, as us men,
Yes.
the word of God says, I can't remember the exact verse, but it says, you know, men, love your women
Yes.
as Christ loved the church.
Yes.
You see, if you want your wife to submit, love your wife. Let God do the rest. If she doesn't want to submit, it's his business with his God. But love your wife. Akiwa venye yuko.
Wewe fanya part yako. Ephesians 5:23.
Exactly.
Wewe fanya kazi yako.
Na,
Akisikia hata submit akae.
Yes, yes. Na hakuna venye you'll be obedient, you know, obedient to God, and you let you know. You can't change anybody. Only God can change you. God will change. If he was able to change Saul to
Yes,
Paul,
yes.
he will change that wife. Forgiveness is very key, whether in marriage, whether in church, whether in workplaces, whether in... And it is a whole story. for
Wow.
another day.
It's a story for another day.
Yeah.
Now, this our wonderful Benard. He has pressed until he has become. With me here, I'm holding two books. The one that we are talking about, Living Beyond Your Limitation. He is a testimony. It's not a hearsay. He's a guy who has said he believes he cannot suffer shame. Anytime he calls the name of the Lord, God has to appear. And for real, he has gone beyond his limitation. Having a master's, even after entering high school. Na Makurobo. Again, there is this beautiful book, The Power of Believing. Do you believe? Mange, do you know you are a product of believing?
Amen.
You
Absolutely.
are, because there is something that was in you, something that was inside of you. You're saying, it doesn't matter my background. It doesn't, me, I believe I'll become. Right now, you're a very senior guy.
Inaitwa kujiamini.
Hey?
Kujiamini.
Nakwambia umejiamini.
Lakini si kupita katikati.
Katikati yao.
Ni kujiamini.
Ulijiamini. Beautiful. This is a powerful book. And you know, what does it entail? Social scientist. Because I think that's your field.
Yes.
What do you do?
Basically what I'm doing is I do research.
Yes.
I do research for organizations.
Yes.
I'm given a project and then I collect data, you know, analyze and then present.
You
That
know
is
why
my
I'm
other
laughing?
area. Yes.
I've gotten a revelation. They never gave you a chance to research the books. Because definitely you're in school for only three months in a
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
They failed to give you a chance to research the books. But now you are researching the world.
Yeah. Amen.
Wow. This is beautiful. Now, look at your camera. Tell people what you do. Because you have said, before we continued, that you normally use the books, the resources that you get from the books. You normally use it to reach the less fortunate.
Yeah.
And I believe you have a story to tell us about the less fortunate. How you reach about them, how do you go about it? Because when I look at your book, you are training, is it 12?
12.
6 boys
And 6 girls.
and 6 girls.
Yeah.
You pay for them full school fees, and some are in the university.
Yeah.
Kindly tell us.
So my first book was called Living Beyond Your Limits. This
Yes,
book I
this one.
dedicated it. Yeah, this book I did dedicate it to paying school fees for the kids I support. I support 6 girls and 6 boys.
Wow.
So the proceeds of the book goes towards, you know, paying school fees for the kids.
Yes.
And my dream is before I leave this world that I'll be able to educate over 1 million kids with this book.
Wow.
So if you buy this book, all the proceeds goes to school fees for kids. And it will encourage you, because irrespective of what you have gone through, the challenges, you'll able to, you know, to surmount. If I'm able to reach at this, you know, this point I am, absolutely you can. And I believe that with God there's nothing possible. If you put God as your first priority,
Yes.
He will take you to places you have never imagined.
Wow.
Yes, so this is a story about my life. This is a book that supports the children. So the kids I support to pay school fees, and some of them are in university as we talk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell us about this.
Now, this book, The Power of Belief.
Yes.
When you believe in yourself,
Yes.
everyone will believe in you. If you can't believe in yourself, no one will.
Wow.
Ukijiamini,
Utaaminiwa.
utaaminiwa.
What?
I've gone to places where only certain people are allowed. But because of your confidence, the way you express yourself, you'll go to offices, you'll meet people that you would not have dreamed to have met. Now, ukijiamini, in the small effort that you are doing, in whatever little you do, because life is not about, taking shortcuts.
Yes.
Because many of us, we want to use what we call microwave.
Yes.
So fast and you get rich.
Yes.
Once you believe in yourself, when
Yes.
you believe in, even if you are selling mitumba clothes, you will reach to that. You will be a millionaire. Even if you are doing groceries, you will be there. The small efforts that you make every day continuously, it's what will be viewed to successful person. Amen.
Wow.
These books, you can access them from Jumia.
Yes.
You can also order them from, from me directly.
Yes.
My phone number is 0722 290 456.
Repeat again the number.
My number is 0722 290 456. You can order direct and I will have delivered to you countrywide, wherever you are.
Wow.
Yes.
Do we have like online?
Yes,
Yes.
we have an online platform.
Yes.
It is being worked on.
Yes.
Soon it will be up and running.
Yes.
So if you can't, you don't want, a direct
hard copy.
or hard copy.
Yes.
You can also, you will be able to access it through online, the ebook.
Yes.
It's something that we are working on, and you'll be able to get it.
Wow.
Yes.
We
Thank you so
bless the Lord. We bless the Lord. This testimony was not about you. If you have not gathered anything, it was about me. I believe, when I believe in myself, my belief will prepare a table for me. You are watching there, you are crying under your pillow. Your parents were not in a position to take you to the higher place. But I want to assure you, by the grace of God and by the power of God, you're going to become. If the God of Maingi has defended Maingi, what about that God? Do you know he has not changed? He's the same today, tomorrow, and forever. I want to assure somebody, it's never too late. He believed in himself. Kindly, you are there. You have listened to this testimony. Support this great vision. Support it. Can you imagine what these children will become? We are talking about 12 children that are being sponsored by this book. Get it. Buy it for your brother. Buy it for your sister. Support the great vision. You know what? Great people are not born great. They carry great mind. I want to assure you that God of Benard will take you to the next level. Believe, have the audacity, and he will back you up. And no, he will still never put you to shame. I love the show. I love what the Lord is doing. Again, go to Jumuia. You have Benard's number. Call him, and you're going to get this book for yourself. Parting shot as we close, Mr. Benard.
What I would want to say that in life there will always be challenges,
Yes.
whether you are young or old.
Yes.
But the attitude that you have towards what you are going through
Yes.
is what matters. You have got, the Bible says God has given you the authority and the power to step on scorpions and serpents.
Yes.
And by no means you will not be hurt. You as a person, wherever you are, you'll be able to achieve your dreams if only you believe in yourself. You will be able to surmount your challenges
Yes.
if only you'll be able to trust on the Lord, because he is the giver, the author, and the finisher of life.
Wow.
Amen.
I can see you have a wing in the house. Her name is Damaris.
Yeah.
She has made your life very comfortable.
Yeah.
Here we celebrate wings. And so we are sending you as wings with our greetings. Tell her we salute her as a wing, because accommodating 12 children that are not your own, money, you feel like the money is getting scattered. It's not easy. I want money for my hair, for my shoe, and I see it going to other children that are not my own. It takes the grace of God and the hand of God. We love Damaris. And as wing, we are looking forward to hosting many more that have given others wings to fly high. Wings and beauty, that is the place to be. See you next Saturday by the grace of the Almighty. I love you.
a mother with dreams and visions.